What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin. And, yeah, B.E.S got new support. If you don't know what B.E.S is, it was a old sort of pack fillery deck. It had a bunch of high-level machines. You'd get boss rush, and then you would just keep floating into them. But, yeah, they got some new support. They're actually playable now. And this is the most mindless beatdown deck I think I've ever built. Uh, it's definitely high on the list. So, just the deck profile real fast. Everything relies on this field cell, B.E.F. Zelos. On activation, it lets you search a boss rush, so you only need it at one, thankfully. It gives all your B.E.S monsters 500 attack and defense, and your opponent can't target them with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, kinda gives them the Chaos Max protection. And once per turn, you can special summon a B.E.S monster from your hand. And if you a B.E.S monster is special summon or normal summon from hand, you can give them a counter. And that is vital because all of them need counters. So now you might be wondering, what does Boss Rush do? As long as it's active, you can't normal summon or set. And at the end of the turn, if a B.E.S or Big Core was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a different B.E.S or Big Core monster from your deck. So it's kind of nice floating. Uh, I am going to be doing Spell and Traps first just because it's easier. This is effectively a pure beatdown deck, so we can just run all of the removal options that we want. We had Dark Hole Raigeki, double up on the field wipes, terraforming because this is important. Monster Reborn, because we do some things with discarding. It's also just sort of a generic recovery option. Also, it's really funny to use against someone who's playing a lair deck and they tribute off the Darkest Diablos. Pot of Indulgent, or Extravagance, sorry, reading the OCG name. Because we do not care about our extra deck. Our extra deck is just... I have the extra deck because I love Dyson Sphere, and this deck can efficiently summon Dyson Sphere, and that's what I love about it, and that's why I decided to do a video about it, because I want to summon Dyson Sphere, okay? I've always wanted to summon Dyson Sphere, and now I get the chance. But yeah, it's extra draw. It's a little more consistency. Gets us into our better cards. Called by the Grave, Ash Blossom is a problem. Like the Ash Blossom and Ghost Ogre are issues because we need search. We need to be able to activate our field spell, so we protect that. Uh, Twin Twister again. Pretty obvious choice for a beatdown deck. It's fine in the main because I mean if not, we probably won't need it anyways, and we can set it if we need to, so it's okay. And then lastly, in the spell trap lineup, we have limiter removal to really max out on those big numbers that we have going for us, as well as infinite impermanence as another form of negation and to make our plays a little bit more secure, make it easier to go second. Now you might be wondering, we got B.E.F. Zelos, good card, and we got all this support to make sure our attacks and such go through. What monsters does this support? Well, let's find out. But first, before we go over those, gonna go over the two non-B.E.S's because I don't know, just kind of easier. We got free Gamma another way to handle problematic negates that are on the board. Hope unless your opponent is playing pure kaijus, it's never going to be an issue to have them really. And we also have Deep Space Cruiser 9. It's a machine. You can special summon it by discarding another machine or sending another machine from your hand to the graveyard, not discarding. Same thing, but different. Keep that in mind. It's just another way to get a monster on board. Makes it easier to summon Dyson Sphere. Though, in all honesty, you would probably be better off playing like Lightning Vortex here, as weird as that sounds. Just really maxing out on that field wipe. But I do like having this just because it is another monster. You can discard it for it, discard it to use Monster Reborn if you're lucky enough to have it, bring something back, so it's pretty solid. Now the B.E.S monsters. The two that we are focusing on is B.E.S Blaster Cannon Core and B.E.S Big Core Mark III. So let's go over each of them. So B.E.S Blaster Cannon Core is level 9, 2500 attack, 3000 defense, and you can special summon it from your hand if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. You can only special summon it like this once per turn, though. So the fact that it already has its own special summon condition is just makes it so good. And if it's normal or specialed, you get to place free counters on it. So each time it battles after damage calculation, you have to remove a counter, and as soon as you cannot remove counters, you have to destroy this card. That will trigger boss rush, it is worth noting, but that is why the B.E.F. Zealous is so good, because it gives it an extra counter, meaning it has 4 shields rather than just 1. So it's honestly pretty great, and they all can't be destroyed by battle, worth mentioning, but the counter effect kind of makes that less impressive. And the other one we like is B.E.S. Big Core Mark III. It has 2700 attack for 1900 defense, level 8 light machine, pretty good. And if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon it from your hand defense. This is not a once per turn, but it rarely comes up that that is helpful. If it's normal or special, it gets free counters, cannot be destroyed by battle, and it has the counter removal effect, and it does have one unique recovery effect. One unique recovery effect that makes it just super vital. You you can banish it from your graveyard. If you do, you shuffle all B.E.S monsters from your graveyard into the deck, so it's fairly good recovery for your B.E.S even if you don't run a lot. Most of the time though, you just want this guy because he special summons himself, he is a big B.E.S monster, and he gets over a lot of things with the help of Zealous and limited removal. Now our other two B.E.S monsters are B.E.S Big Core Mark II and Tetran. Big Core Mark II is it's a level 6 fire machine with 2400 attack and 1100 defense. If you control no monsters, you can normal summon it without tributing. However, it only gets its counters if it is, weirdly enough, special summoned. So it does make it helpful with Zealous, but otherwise you can normal summon it. Zealous is on your field. It makes a normal summon you can do, so it's decent. It's decent enough, and it can get 2900 attack, which isn't bad. It's just sort of another monster for you to have, really. That's all there is to it. It's the one normal summon in the deck, so it's kind of worth if you have Zealous. Now, and then we also have B.E.S. Tetran, a level 6 wind machine with 1800 attack and 2300 defense. And when it's normal summoned, it gets its counters, and it cannot be, and it has the same counter removal effect. And once per turn, it can remove one counter from itself to destroy one spell trap on the field. So that's non-targeting, which is yay, I guess? I don't think it's too relevant, but it's just a nice little one-of. It's a little bit more defensive. It can help you get rid of problematic spell traps if you don't have Twin Twisters, so it's okay. Now going over the extra deck, again, we don't really care for it. So outside of Dyson Sphere, which I love, okay, this is like my favorite Xyz monster. There really isn't much to talk about. I mean, you got your standard Nightmare package with me. Cleavor Genius is fine. It's a machine link, so it can be helpful in tough spots. We are running a few. Well, I mean, we're running big blaster cannon core, so we're we're definitely doing OCG stuff, but we're also running the landing pod ship Amber Whale. Not for its effect, but because it's a generic Link 4, it is a machine which synergizes well with the deck, has the big attack points, and it does have its own kinda power-up effect, which is it's okay, it's okay. Uh, again, we don't really ever go into our extra deck much, so we don't worry about it a whole lot. Dyson Sphere, again, one thing we care about, and I will go over him because I love him. Okay, Dyson Sphere is amazing. So he requires 2 level 9s, and once per battle step during your opponent's turn, if this card with Xyz material is attacked, negate the attack and its a quick effect. So that's pretty nice. And when this card is targeted for an attack while it has no Xyz material, you target 2 monsters in your graveyard, attach those targets to this card as Xyz material, and during your main phase 1, you can detach 1 Xyz material from it to allow it to attack directly this turn. However, in order for this effect to resolve, your opponent must control a monster with higher attack points. So, what Dyson Sphere basically says is, you can't kill me by battle. You can try, and you will try, but you cannot do it. So I just love this card, and this is like, outside of like Infinitrax, probably, this is like the one deck that can summon it efficiently. So, yeah. And as far as the sideboard goes, like, there's nothing you can side into this deck. Like, it has a strategy, it relies on that strategy, it will not be able to go away from that strategy lest you do something weird and less effective. So, no side deck on this one, but if anyone has a, oh hey, that was my cell phone. I'll check that later. But if anyone has any ideas, like let me know. I'm curious, because I couldn't think of anything. Even with like the amount of testing I did, I could not figure out a side deck. But yeah, that's the deck. If you're new here, we play free games. Hope we would do well. And afterwards, we just talk about sort of my thoughts on the deck, feelings, things I noticed in my own play, how it could be better, and all that jazz. So, yeah, that being said, I'll see you guys in the first game. Okay, on the first game, we are the first boss facing off with Bibati. Okay, got a feeling. Alright, sick. So we always want to go second. If we go first, there's not much we can do. And, ooh, this is a hand. See, this right here is what I call a good hand for this deck. What? Okay, okay, so it looks like we're playing against, it's either Cyber Angels or Heralds. I am honestly not sure which. Uh, I'm guessing it's probably both, though. Because he just doesn't like fun. But Batty, not a fan of fun. Got that feeling. Because if this is Heralds, then let me tell you, Heralds isn't even. It sits on Herald of Perfection. Of like, I'm pretty sure it's Herald of Perfection. It's like, hey, I just add fairies. You know, let's not do anything. Let's not do anything too spicy here. That's what a Herald of Perfection deck is like. It's that's a Hymn of Light. I guess if you're doing a ritual heavy deck, like Saphira is kinda hand trap, and maybe you want to summon it. I guess. I don't know. I don't play enough ritual decks. So there's Saphira. Level 6 Light Dragon. You ritual it with Hymn of Light. During the end phase, if this was ritual summoned this turn, or if a light monster was sent from the hand or deck to graveyard this turn, while it's face on the field, you can activate one of these effects. Draw 2, discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand, or add a light monster from your graveyard to your hand. Uh, I mean, yeah, it's okay. I don't mind. I'd say it's kind of neat. So he can. Alright, so there's the Natasha. Very good card. Shame it's unfortunately leveled, but Natasha's actually a super good card. So summoning that Natasha, I guess. Let's see. I believe it negates attacks on it. Uh, let's see. Okay, so negates attacks. This is a graveyard. Okay, so discard our Zello. And that's fine, actually. Totally fine. So again, do not care for our extra deck. No. Uh, okay, this can't work. Uh, the most I can do is just Raigeki him. No. Let's see. You can manage one of the cyber. Okay, so he did have the Hymn of Light, which protects from graveyard destruction. Fair enough, fair enough. We could special summon this in defense mode to get counters on it. Uh, honestly, the most we can do right now is just sort of set up a defensive front. We can set that. Pass turn. So I did not realize Hymn of Light also protected. Okay, so that's, I believe the Cyber Angel ritual spells also have that effect. But we do have a little bit of defense, at least by battle. Our opponent continuing to gain life points. We do have a pot of extravagance for next turn. He shouldn't be able to OTK us for this, I don't think. Oh no! Natasha has a graveyard effect to steal monsters. That's why I was nervous about popping it. Oh, now he's gonna steal our B.E.S big core. No, oh, this went so bad. Okay, yeah, is this just game? I'm pretty sure this is just game. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, we just got OTK'd. Uh, our own monster made that possible. So you can see what happens when we don't have Zelos, okay? You now know. This happens when you don't have Zelos. Next game we will have Zelos. And we might do something. I'll see you guys there. Okay, welcome to game 2 of Player. Let's throw scissors at him. Alright, sick. Nice. Second. Okay. So this could be great. So opening hard with a pot of desires, not even fearing the ash. I'm guessing he doesn't have a super good hand then. He didn't even try to bait it out. Well, that or he might not be a stellar player, but who knows? Let's see what he's got. Like, pass. A pot of desires pass. Let's go ahead and bait some hand trap here. No. Oh no, we can actually just draw in. Ooh, this is a hand. This hand is really good. So we go ahead and get Zealous. Uh, activate it. No. Now this is where the Big Core Mark II is helpful, since we can just normal summon it, it gets a counter. Pretty sick. If this is a Ghost Ogre, I am sad. Please don't have a Ghost Ogre, I beg of you. Please, I'm just a poor boy. Don't Ghost Ogre me. Please don't Ghost Ogre me, I have the OTK. I finally could show it off. Uh, no. So there we go, we got a counter. You have a response. Okay, now we'll go ahead act, well, I guess, uh, is there a reason we can't? Oh, well, it's fine. Alright, so now we'll be activating Zealous to summon Big Core Mark III from hand, because it will have more attack points. No. So, Big Core Mark III. We want his effect first, since he gives more counters. So, again, he has a response. I have no idea what it is. Let's see again. Set. No. So there we go. We have counters now. Uh, okay, we're gonna battle phase because he might be playing something gimmicky. If he does not block this first attack, then we will be fine to hit him with the limiter removal. Okay, yes. So, alright, he did not block the first attack. Limiter removal is good. The limiter removal is good, boys. Oh, he had a... Oh, he's a psy-frame player. Wait, can't I just... Yeah, I just attack. He negated my loss of counters. What? Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, nice. We just demolished a psy-frame player's hopes and dreams. Uh, uh oh, that's satisfying. But yeah, we would have won anyways. Just attack over the driver and we're done. Like that would have GG easy. All right, so we actually managed to get a win. Nice. But yeah, so one win, one loss actually. Let's just go into game two. Or free. Game free. Last game. And hopefully we do this well again. I'll see you guys there. Okay, welcome to the final game with Soul. Alright, I got a feeling towards paper. Aw. Hopefully he just wants to go first. This hand's okay. Oh, wow. No hesitation with the noble knights here. Uh, yeah, he's in a position here to definitely... If I had to guess, he's probably just gonna make double king custom and pass? Or single king custom, actually. 'Cause he is... Or did he just... Um, okay, Boars... Boars is fair. He could possibly extend into two here. Possibly. I do know a little bit about Noble Knights, actually. So, overlaying into the Artorias. That's interesting. That is... Okay, okay. Okay, so he's gonna use that, detach one from... Oh, wow. Alright, so... Setting one. Okay, Alright, so he's got until noble arms are needed again. Uh, does that... He has the noble knight. Okay, so he does have the Morgan, which is fine because we have... Yeah, no, this is fine. Still totally fine. We can try to bait it out, I guess, if we want to. Uh, sure, we can get it. Um, Go ahead, activate the Zealous. Morgan potentially coming down here. Adding Boss Rush to hand. Go ahead, activate Boss Rush. He's probably going to negate a special summon. So we'll be able to summon the cannon anyways, so we'll use the Zealous effect to summon Big Core Mark III, I think. Mark III effect first, Zealous second. So yeah, we got our counters. Now we can special summon the core cannon off of its own effect. Again, line them up like that. Not sure why he didn't negate anything. But if he doesn't want to, I'm fine with that. So we can battle phase, but he can't really be targeted because of the Excalibur. Yeah, let's just battle. Maximum damage. Probably should have summoned the cannon in defense mode now that I think about it, but oh well. So we could potentially link away, clear out the Excalibur. No, because then he gets powered up a little bit. So I will be setting a face down, passing turn. He will power down by a couple hundred though, so it's a little bit more fine than it was, I would say. No. So he's getting some life points back. Gonna try to pop some spell traps. I'll go ahead and stop him from doing more I sold combos this turn, at the very least. If he chooses to do I sold combos, I imagine he pops Caliburn, Zelos. Okay then. Or he's just popping everything. And we have another Zelos, so it's fine. Oh, I see what he's doing, because the call by the grave. Now I can't block his Morgan. Okay. Understood. Understood. Thankfully we do have counters to go through still. Free counters, free counters. It's perfectly fine. Okay, Tetran. Yeah, no, this is fine. So first, switch. Well, actually, we don't really need to if we're going to be doing what I'm planning. Try and debate out the Morgan. Are you going to Morgan? No, he's just going to Ash. I mean, that's okay, sure. So we're going to be special summoning our lad, the Deep Space Cruiser 9. Now we will special summon. Dyson Sphere. Like this. We can now switch to defense. And no, because the Morgan. Actually, no, Morgan doesn't destroy, so I'll go ahead and activate this and just try to bait it out. That's not a problem. If he doesn't, we get to attack directly, and if he does, then we don't have a Morgan to deal with. There we go. Alright, so let's see. So he's summoning Dristan. Gonna re-equip onto Dristan, I guess, and then try to pop something. Fair enough. Okay, I didn't. There are surprisingly few Noble Knight decks that actually run Dristan that I encounter, so yeah, admittedly, not ready for that. Was not ready for the Dristan. I yeah, he got me good. He got me good. Okay, so thankfully we still do have free counters here. So we have a little bit of battle protection. You can always re-equip to Dristan, though, of course. I underestimated Dristan here, I think. My major problem was that I underestimated the Noble Knight Tristan. So we're taking the big damage here. I am not sure if we can actually stabilize after this, but let's find out. Let's find out. If we can't, then we just lose. But alright, so go ahead. Activate Mark Free. To shuffle everything back. He is out of overlay units, so he can't pop his own spell traps anymore. So we can stall for now, at the very least. We can stall. And we have our good cards back, so it's fine. We are utterly screwed if he has any other form of removal. But, yeah, like that. That's another form of removal. See, that's a perfect example. But yeah, that's game. So we did win a game, and it was against psy-frames, and I think that counts for something. But yeah, with this deck, it's just. I mean, I don't mind beatdown, obviously. Like I've gone on the record many times saying that it's pretty much my favorite strategy. I enjoy beatdown. I enjoy OTKs. That's not my problem with this deck. My problem is that it says you can't do anything else. There's nothing that will make it better, and it's just I don't know. It's too linear of a beatdown. Like I enjoy beatdown, but I don't enjoy beatdown when like there are so few ways to go about it. I enjoy it to be interesting. Like, it is interesting to do. There's interesting combos to get to that. It's just this deck, it doesn't do anything interesting, and what it does, it doesn't really do well, if that makes sense. Probably would have been better if I had done something with like Deep Space Cruiser 9. Uh, Maybe Lightning Vortex would have been better. I don't know. Let me know. I'm sure there are people who know more about this deck than I do. But yeah, that was the deck. Let me know if I mean again I already said that, so I probably don't need to say it again. But yeah, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.